Absolute Radio.
Hello and welcome to Not the Weekend podcast. Hold on.
Wednesday morning.
It's lovely, isn't it, that? Hey,
I love Wednesday morning.
Trips off the tongue. So, I'm with, this is Frank Skinner, in case you hadn't worked that bit out. I don't know why I should assume.
Yeah.
You could be just, flicking through the internet at random. Maybe,
and I'd like to start by saying
blindfolded.
Frank has complained because I sprayed perfume in the studio.
Well, I just think...
He said it was worse than smoking.
I said it was as bad as smoking.
Oh, well, that's so reasonable, then.
I personally would have stepped outside and sprayed and then come back in, and then,
It's not like going to the loo. It's just spraying perfume.
I like women to smell like women.
What's that like? Like they haven't bathed?
I also like women to smell like swimming. You know, that kind of
Chlorine,
chloride.
yeah.
I like that as well.
Kind of sort of very humid atmosphere in swimming pools. What sort of perfume is it? Because people could spray it at home and get the full experience.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to be advertising perfume. What do you think I am? Nicole Kidman?
Is it Jordan's new fragrance?
No. Anyway, that's enough about my perfume. But it won't happen again. Next time...
Don't be so touchy. I just spoke to you. I thought I was very open and nice about it. I don't like... I was on tour once, and the support act's girlfriend sat in the the dressing room thing, whatever they're called. That room you sit in before you go on stage.
Oh, yeah.
The decompression chamber. And she did her fingernails, nail varnish.
Oh, nail varnish.
And that, it really got on my chest.
Yeah, because my perfume really smells like nail varnish.
Well, there's a similarity there, but I felt like I've got brucellosis.
Well, the Blackpool cab driver liked my perfume, but that's another story.
It is another story, but it's a good one. Speaking of princesses...
Yes.
Did you read about that woman who went to Disneyland? She tried to go into Disneyland dressed as a princess.
Yeah.
And she was banned. That's what I call the dress code.
She was wearing... Although, having said that, have you seen a picture of the woman? She had on weird kind of glasses and a £20 Oxfam wedding dress. So I just think they thought she was mental. I don't think it's because she was a princess.
No, but they said, didn't they, that... the problem is that because she was dressed as a princess, that the children might think she was a character. Yeah. Obviously, she was a bit of a character. But I mean, like an official Disney character, and she might get followed and photographed. And obviously, that's a franchise they're keeping a tight grip on. No. I like the idea of that basically a nutter could go in and children would start following them around, assuming it must be some sort of cartoon person.
Do you think they don't let little people in Disneyland? In case
I've always got in with no problem.
Dwarves.
Yeah, one of the little old men with pointy hats.
Or crones. They don't let.
How dare you?
Crones with apples.
Hello, dearie. No, that's a very good impression. I for a second there,
it's uncanny.
I almost took the invisible apple, which is a great metaphor for life. I think.
They're very strict with these characters, though, aren't they? Like, you're not allowed to see them without they're not allowed to take their heads off, are they, at any point?
Well, there used to be what could have been an urban myth about a woman whose child got a bit ill at Disneyland, and that she took him into this office to get him a drink of water, let him sit down and calm down, and apparently Mickey Mouse came in and took his head off and sat down, and the child was traumatised, and she tried to sue Disney for...
Really?
Because once you've seen Mickey Mouse take his head off, childhood is never quite the same, is it?
No.
When I went to a theme park last, which was with Jonathan Ross, yes, he's my friend, give us some privacy, and we were wandering around the theme park, and he's fond of a theme park. I should say we weren't like two weird adults wandering around, we were with his wife and kids.
Okay.
And it was Universal Studios, I think. And I used to have, when I was a kid, I don't know if I've shared this with our lovely listeners and you guys, I had a bit of a thing for Chewbacca when I was growing up. Because I had a little Chewbacca diary, and I used to write in it
the character rather than the pastime.
The character, yeah.
Because I used to chew tobacco when I was a kid. That's the difference between our backgrounds. No, I did. I don't know if you've ever chewed tobacco, but it isn't just normal tobacco. It's like a stick of chewy tobacco.
Oh.
And you have to keep spitting because you can't swallow it and make you sick. So wherever you chew tobacco, that you are surrounded by little brown pools of...
That's a lovely habit.
It's a similar thing if you get off with Chewbacca, you have to keep spitting because you get some of the hair in.
Yeah.
You go, pah, pah.
Oh, I'd love that to have. So I used to write in my diary when I was a kid. It was a very cheap W.H. Smith's diary, and it was.
I find that hard to believe.
No, but it was before they understood about sort of marketing. They couldn't do it properly in those days.
This was you pre-Smytheson.
Yeah. Oh, good reference. And I used to write my diary every night and say, "Dear Chewy," and I'd say things like, "My sister is horrible. Love, Emily," or something. I was in a bad mood with someone. Anyway, Jonathan knew all about this. So when we went over to Universal Studios, he runs up to the man dressed as Chewbacca and goes, "Oi, my mate fancies you." Oh,
But he doesn't get that very often.
no, he looked. Even the little eyes, I could see through the costume, the shock and horror in the eyes.
By the way, anyone, when I said I bet he doesn't get that very often, I mean because he's a Wookiee.
Yeah, exactly.
Not because he's ginger. I'm not suggesting that for a second. So did he give you a spin in the Millennium Falcon?
That's between me and Chewy. Dear Chewy.
How odd, though.
Wow.
It's a great... I once spoke to Alice at Euro Disney.
Alice.
Oh, did you?
Alice as in, you know...
In Wonderland.
In Wonderland.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
I don't know her surname. What is her surname?
Wonderland.
Oh, right. It's in Wonderland, that's her surname.
That's her middle name in.
And I said, so she had an English accent. I said, so are you English? And she said, yes, I'm Alice. I said, no, but are you really? And she went, yes, I'm Alice. And I said, no, but I mean, like, you know, in your real life. She said, what do you mean? I'm Alice. And it was slightly scary. It could well have been that woman who was turned away before.
And did she go to you and, who are you? Oh, I'm Frank Skinner. No, but who are you really? Who are you during the...
Maybe she was meaning who are any of us. Maybe that was,
Yeah,
it was a big metaphysical question. I don't know if you ever go on the South Bank in London.
Oh, yes, I work near there.
Yeah, well, they have a lot of... I don't know what you'd call them really, but kind of what used to be buskers, but now they're kind of people who just, you know, human statues and all that kind of. And there's a Micky Mouse there, and he's not an official Micky Mouse.
No.
He's not a Micky Mouse copyright in a small circle in the corner.
No, I've seen him, and he's nowhere near, is he?
No, he's made that, hasn't he? He's sat at home and he's made the head.
Oh,
and
that sounds so depressing.
I know it is, and he's there's quite a lot of gaffer tape on the ears.
Oh, no.
Now, you can imagine children are seeing that, and they're going to be at school, and someone will have a Micky Mouse, you know, book, and someone will say, yeah, you know, he looks all right, but when you see him close up...
I'm reporting him
rough.
to
Had some
Disney.
work done, and not a great surgeon.
No, exactly. And, yeah, there's some rubbish. When I walk to my office in the morning, I see them all like, putting their gold paint on and that, all these people all getting ready to be the street entertainers. People say entertainers, to stand still and get people to give you money. And you see Mickey, you know, sitting there, and he's very drab costume he's got. And there's a man who's dressed as a lizard who cycles on a fixed bicycle.
Oh, that sounds nice for me.
That's his
Is it an
act.
all-in-one bodysuit?
Lizard on a bike.
Lizard on a bike, I know. Yeah, they're a squalid bunch in some ways. I kind of want to, you know, there's a man who plays the banjo, and I think, well, that's a skill. And then there's a man next to him who is just standing completely still, and he's getting more money. Can that possibly be right?
Wow.
That's
Now
this
you're
week's
asking.
phoning. So, Gareth, your life has changed, hasn't it?
Yes. So this week, Laura went back to work, so she's been on maternity leave, looking after our little
So this
boy,
is a big moment. Laura is
Yeah.
Gareth's wife. I'm sure regular listeners will know, and so she's just been around the house looking
Yes.
after Gareth and Ethan, probably in that order.
Yeah.
So now
I would say so.
are you like a house daddy?
Yeah, so on Monday and Tuesday, Laura's come back 3 days a week, so Monday, Tuesday and Friday. And I look after Ethan on Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, well, you've got it quite easy then. So
Yeah,
what do you do?
not bad.
What do you do with him?
How old is he now?
He's 10 months old.
Okay, so yeah.
Can he talk?
He can say when I look after him, when he's feeling a bit grumpy, he goes, ma, 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 ma,
See,
ma,
that would kill
ma.
me.
Oh, also, come on, step up the conversation, love.
No, but
God.
but being a parent is all about competition, isn't it? And I mean, did he say "mama" before he said "dada"?
No, I think he said them sort of, but then when Laura's on his own with him, he does say dad, 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 dad.
Yeah, that's
So
what
it's
she
okay.
tells you to make you
Oh.
feel better. I bet he never says. I bet he never even says "dada" at all. That's probably her. Does she like hold her hand over her face and go "dada" to make you feel better? You hear about people say when they, you know, the kids say, "Oh, where's Susan?" Like the nanny stuff, and so they, like, you know, they ask for the nanny. I'd have to sack that person. I think with children, it's what you want, you know. I mean, it's a marvellous thing, a child's love, but you don't want to be sharing it.
Yeah.
Well, exactly.
I think I'm quite like often with kids. If you're like the fun grown up, they'll really love you, and then it's really awkward with the parents because they're like yeah, it's Gareth, and you kind of think, oh yeah.
That's the role I tried to play, the fun one.
So you play the fun grown up role.
Yes. Well, if you're just
I'd like to see that. Why don't
So
you?
would I.
Yeah.
Says the man
give us a spin.
who was saying to me earlier, should I eat this chocolate bar?
I know, that's someone whose wife has been at home for a long time telling him what to do. So come on, give us a bit of fun grown up. Well, I'm liking it so far. Hee dada. Dada! Does he say like that? Is there any change in intonation for variety?
He says, what else does he say? Not much.
What do you do? Show him DVDs or take out for lunch to the Ivy or something? What do you do?
We went out to we went to the beach one morning, which was quite.
I
nice.
don't know that restaurant.
But, no, the like where the
Gareth
land
lives in
meets-
Bournemouth.
Oh, okay,
I'm coming in with
sorry.
facts to help people
Sorry,
with these stories.
Frank.
where the
No,
land
I'm
meets the
helping.
sea,
Yeah.
Okay.
known as the beach.
I like that, where the land meets... That'd be a great slogan for Bournemouth. Welcome to Bournemouth, where the land meets the sea.
I prefer Welcome to Bournemouth, where Harry Redknapp owns a property. That's a great one.
I prefer Welcome to Bournemouth. No, really. I think that would be a lovely...
No, Hull stole that already.
Speaking of sunshine and all that,
Sunshine.
I've noticed that Emily's sunglasses have been a bit more evident of late.
Oh. Well, you're right, but because summer is my season, just so everyone knows.
I wondered when that was.
Yeah, well, it's
Is that
summer.
why you've been followed by a lot of male dogs recently?
That happens all year round. But
Frank likes the fall.
Oh, that's absolutely excellent.
Gareth's toasting that comment with a can of Orangina.
That was Gareth at his most fun grown up. Don't choke
They
on
love
Orangina.
puns, kids.
They do.
No, they don't actually. They don't get puns at all, kids. You have to explain it to them.
I don't
They
get
like you
puns
telling
either.
the joke, but then you have to explain it to them.
Do you know I had this last week? I went to a 60th birthday party
Oh, yeah.
in Tewkesbury. And it was a surprise party. I didn't even know I was 60. But a lot of 60-year-olds don't, let's face it. But we stayed in a Premier Inn. It's the most Lenny
Was
Henry
that the
thing
Lenny
I've-
Henry?
Yeah, it's the Lenny
Yeah.
Henry. Yes, it was.
Oh,
The
dear.
beds were very sturdy. This is when they were still together. And
I was in Othello. It's not Othello, is it? Is it
yeah,
Othello?
it is Othello. Yeah, no, you guessed
You got
it.
it
You
right.
said it, then you said, "Oh my God, I've said something I've stereotyped." But no, you were right. It is Othello. It is Othello. Yeah. It'll be Hamlet next.
What happened in the Premier Inn?
Well, we all had a group breakfast the next morning, like the
What a life.
Yeah, exactly. It was fabulous. Premier. I mean, all the staff came and they were very nice. They gave me a free bacon sandwich.
Did they?
Well, I jumped, and when you jump and you click your heels while you're still in the air.
Like Bruce Forsyth.
I don't think he can do that anymore. If he jumped and clicked his heels, I'm afraid when he landed, he'd never rise again. But anyway, so we were chatting away, and there was a couple of children at the table, and
That's no place for kids.
no, well,
Premier Inn.
they're doing that thing. The kids sit at the food table, but they don't. They just there's food there,
Oh, yeah.
but they don't. It's never really consumed. It's just messed with, and they just drink pop. Anyway, somebody said, "Oh, Frank knows lots of jokes. He'll tell you some jokes." So I just ran through my act.
Oh my goodness.
No, I didn't. I thought, well, I'll tell them some of those, silly child jokes that I remember from my childhood.
Yeah.
So I started with, I think as many of us would, I started with where does Tarzan get his clothes from a jungle sale?
Very good.
And nothing. Absolutely nothing.
They don't know what jumble sale is.
No, they don't know what a jumble sale is.
They only know eBay. You should have said from eBay. I know it wouldn't have worked, but it would have been accurate.
Wouldn't have quite worked, no. I mean, it was, it'd be worth a try. But no, so that was a failure.
Yeah.
And then I tried another couple of child jokes from Beano, and all the references were wrong. I did like that one when the miners' strike thing. I did that.
Minus strike.
Yeah, and there was another one about the Franco-Prussian War. Went down like a...
That not go down well.
No. But I
crowd, then.
started to panic because I'm at the end of the day I'm a professional comic. I was getting nothing from these kids, and I thought I've got to leave on a laugh. and I was doing funny faces. You know, I absolutely abused one of the staff. Anything that I thought would bring nothing. And it hung with me, I must say. I feels like my last gig, you know, was a bad gig.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a Premier Inn, love.
It was in a Premier Inn, and that made it worse, as I was on Lenny Henry's home ground and I bombed.
This is we used to babysit some kids when we lived in Cardiff, and one of their friends, when we did their birthday party, told this joke, which is a classic, and kids will love this joke. It's a little bit racy.
Oh, I'm glad you said racing.
Yeah, he said racing.
Oh, a panic, thanks.
It was touch and go, because I did tell a joke that I thought that that's not even politically correct.
Oh, no.
I'm going to tell it now, and I'm going to tell it as a... No, because it's not too bad, but I was a bit edgy
Someone
about
call
it.
Andrew Sachs.
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
Well, can I just say it's been nice working on Absolute Radio. We've really enjoyed it. It's been lovely. Everyone's been so nice.
Okay. Well, shall I not tell? I don't
No,
get
go
it.
for it.
Okay, I'll
Go
tell
on.
it. And I'll tell it with an apology and the fact that it's an old joke and stuff like that. And it's not too bad. It's what time is it? It's 2:30. Time to get to the Chinese dentist. Right. So I told them that also got nothing.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's one of like when you get a bad gig, you start telling jokes that go against your your morality.
Yeah. I don't think you need the Chinese in that joke, though, do you? You can just
2:30.
2:30 is fine.
Yeah?
Well, I
the
hadn't
joke-
I used to hear that when I was younger, and I never understood that. I thought it was just a time.
Yeah,
they
but
were
it's
saying.
that kind of... I don't think you need the Chinese that led to mass Chinese unemployment in the 19th century. And you see how easy it is? On the flick of a coin, things can go wrong for a whole community. If someone switches this on, right, and it's halfway through and then says, I don't really think you need the Chinese, and then they'll switch it off in outrage, we'll have to do some big explanation. And for what? Nothing. Be more careful, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I think we were talking about sunglasses.
Oh, yeah, we were.
No, I need to tell this joke
Oh,
that this
sorry.
kid told me. This is a good joke for kids, right?
It better
Good
be
joke for kids.
hilarious.
I don't know how many kids we get listening, but okay.
Okay, so there's an elephant and a camel talking to each
Oh,
other.
you've had me at camel.
And the elephant starts giggling, and the camel's going, what's funny? And the elephant's like, goes, what? And the elephant goes, you've got boobies on your back. And the camel goes, you can talk with a willy on your face. Kids love that joke.
I'll tell you what worries me about that joke. It's the rudest thing we've ever said on any of the podcasts. And then it's been set up as some sort of children's entertainment thing.
This was a child told me this joke. You must have been 8.
Yeah. I don't think that should be encouraged. I didn't even know what boobies were when I was a child.
Yeah.
No. I saw the camel's back a bit like castellation on the side of a turret. You know, the sort of up and down element. That's what I would have liked.
And the trunk was like a wrinkly slide. That's how I saw it.
Yeah. But then again,
Emily loves a wrinkly slide.
a wrinkly slide would be a fairly good
Vince
euphemism.
Cable.
Vince Cable's wrinkly slide. I don't know if we can say that. We were talking about.
Shall we get back to sunglasses?
Sunglasses.
Do elephants wear sunglasses? I'd find it a bit tight round the wrinkly slide.
You had someone when you did your show at the weekend on last Friday. You know, you did Frank Skinner's Opinionated.
Oh yeah, my seat
spy
backwards.
glasses.
Yeah, but you know who you look like in those. Those glasses are like. Do you remember the man?
Was it Blind Pew from Treasure Island?
No, it was the evil scientist in Nightmare Before Christmas. Do you remember him? He had those little black glasses. It scared me, I have to say. I don't want you wearing
I
those.
don't watch children's films. I find this
Gareth does.
too rude. This sound, by the way.
What is it?
Well, it's a zip opening, but it is on my sunglasses case. I thought maybe if we're going to talk about
Yeah,
sunglasses,
I'll deconstruct.
I'll put them on.
Let's have a look.
What do you think?
Now, can I just say, I'm going to tell the listeners exactly what they're like. I'd say they're a sort of aviator style. I like those. Yeah. They've got a reactor-like rapid element to them.
Well,
but I
they
like
haven't
them.
got that. I don't like a reactor-like rapid element. I don't like when you see people who have got normal glasses on, but they're a little bit tinted.
Yeah, no,
I
hate
always
that.
think that they're ill upstairs.
Oh,
those
they are.
people.
Looks a bit dirty, doesn't it?
I just think they look shady.
Do you know why I like those?
Why?
Because, well, they've got no pretensions. They're in the
Meaning?
Ray-Ban family. What I don't like is...
I'll tell you what make they are. Paul something, they are.
Oh,
no,
okay.
they're Pierre Cardin.
Oh, Pierre Cardin.
I said that just because I like to be able to say Cardin.
Can I tell you the sunglasses rules for men, just so you both know? So, the rules are, you don't wear sunglasses with a suit. You can't do that because you look like special protection. So don't ever do that.
Like bouncers sort of
Yeah,
thing.
that's what you look like. And wraparound shades,
Bodyguards.
that's very Russian bouncer. And you don't ever wear, you can't wear Ray-Bans.
Russian bouncer, was that Labrador in the East European remake?
of Neighbours. Yeah. where everyone was sort of shopping each other to the Stasi.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you also can't wear Ray-Bans if you're a man, if you're over 45. Because it's Roy Orbison, I'm sorry.
I love Roy Orbison.
Yeah, I know, but you don't really want to look
What
like
if what if you're driving all night to get to somebody? Can you wear the
you
glasses
can always
then?
go Cyndi Lauper.
Well, exactly. No, men just get it wrong. It's not, women... That is one fashion, I think. Women do look cooler in sunglasses. I think.
don't. I don't. I'll tell you. These pairs of sunglasses are one of a batch of sunglasses that I got. I had a call. Well, my personal assistant had a call.
Yeah.
Jenny, she's called, and they said we wondered if Frank Skinner would like some free sunglasses. Come to this address. Well, of course, it could have been a kidnap. I thought I'll risk it.
Did they say they had some money they needed to take out of the country? My dear friend.
Laundering was the phrase I used. I turned up at the at this place and with my personal assistant Jenny, and as I was going in, who should I pass on the stairs but Jeff Brazier?
Really?
Do you remember him?
Oh, yes.
Former husband of
Jade Goody.
Jade Goody, our Queen of Hearts. And I've got mixed up. Anyway, so he was there, looking very bronzed, I might say. And he said he had a small carrier bag. And he said 9 pairs.
Wow.
I said, what? He said,
shameless.
He said, honestly, he said that they were like saying 2. I managed to talk them up to 9 pairs.
Oh,
and I
Jeff.
thought it's that kind of opportunism that I find with your modern day celebrity, which is sordid. I also thought, I'm damned if Jeff Brazier is going to leave here with more sunglasses
Well,
than
exactly.
I got 14. 14 plus 2 pairs for my personal assistant. I mean, imagine my excitement.
Are they all Pierre Cardin?
No, they're all. They kept saying to me, "Oh, it's okay because they're last seasons." And
Dear, well, you should have said.
And I thought,
Oh, the shame of
last
it.
season sunglasses, what from spring?
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, from SS09. We call it SS.
SS09. What's that? Spring summer.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what we say in
I
fashion.
love it. I love your fashion jargon. It really is the best thing. Let's talk about Toreador pants. Let's talk about us. But I still, if I'm out with my sunglasses on and I go into a shop, I always take my sunglasses off.
Good boy.
Immediately, because I don't want anyone twittering saying saw Frank Skinner indoors wearing sunglasses, because hold on. It's the sunglasses case being
Okay.
closed again. We'll make that absolutely clear. There's no wrinkly slides involved. So I think indoors they're an absolute no-no, am I right?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolute.
And Gareth, I need to check out yours as well. We'll do that.
Well, no, I don't wear sunglasses.
Well, you wear
because
spectacles,
I wear
then.
glasses, so I could get those horrible tinted glasses.
What about
which
those
are
ones?
like-
Oh, the flaps.
The ones that clip on the top, like my granny used to wear.
Oh, I hate those.
Yeah.
My granny always used to wear those. She used to flick them up a bit, so she had like a small, like she had blinkers on. She always wore. Well, there was that time she wore 2 pennies, but that was quite near the end. So that's our new signature tune.
What's that?
Hello. This is my manager is on the line.
Hi, John. We're just doing the podcast. How are you?
Shall I call you back? Yeah, it's a little bit awkward. I've told you never to call me at work, darling.
Are we fired? Are we fired? This is
Garrett's
probably-
fired. Okay, I'll tell him. Bye. Well, sorry, Gareth, but apparently you went a step too far with your racist remarks.
You
Anyway.
can talk with a willy on your face.
No, that's an elephant.
Oh, right, sorry.
This is actually a wart, and thanks for bringing it on. Good day to you.